Michael, a crazy game in some crazy conditions here at Hayden Road. It finishes honours even in the derby, 1-1. How would you summarise that one?
I think you summarised it pretty well, Joe. Chaotic game with, like I said, very little clear-cut chances. But look, it was a thriller, wasn't it? The weather didn't help. The pitch wasn't great, but look, the boys dug in. They done really well, and we're a few minutes away from picking up all 3 points.
Plenty of familiar faces on both sides, and I guess that must have made it easier for you to prepare for this game, knowing a lot about both teams.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And for us, we just had to focus on ourselves and not let them friendships dictate the game. You know, I had to put them to one side before, be horrible, nasty at times today, and then, like you said, it's what it is, and we have to go win football games. So yeah, look, disappointed to drop 2 points, but look, it's a point gained.
It was a scrappy game on the whole, both sides very similar to each other, but you did come in with the lead at half-time. Blue McNeil's cross, did it go all the way in? Did it take a touch?
No, it went all the way in. Well, that's what Blue's telling everyone, so look, we'll give Blue that. Look, you put the ball in the right area and anything can happen. So yeah, look, it was a pleasing half. It was difficult for us at times. Just couldn't get that second ball when they kept dropping down, but second half, I thought we were really dogged. We worked hard. We off the ball, our commitment in the challenges to get our foot on it, to put our body in where it hurts, and that's all we ask. You know, especially in the derby, it's going to be scrappy at times, but our boys rose to that and they gave as good as they got.
You made it very clear that last week's defending was nowhere near the standard that you expect. What did you make of it today on the whole? Yeah,
like I said, we limited them to very little chances. A team that, you know, have got a big budget in this league, got some really good players in there, and like I said, on the whole, we were really good defensively. We kept them at bay. We had chances ourselves. So yeah, look, I think on the performance on a whole, probably a 1-1 draw was probably fair game, but yeah, look, we had chances, didn't we?
You lost Jarvis Wilson to injury in the first half, which I guess is concerning because he's not somebody that goes to ground easily and doesn't want to come off it. He never wants to leave the field of play, but how is he at the moment?
Yeah, look, we don't know too much. We obviously know a bit more in the next couple of days. The good thing is we've got a week now to prepare and to assess him as well. So look, like you hit the nail on the head, it takes a lot to bring Jarvis off. So, but until we know for definitely, at the moment now, it's just for us to keep preparing like we haven't got him, and hopefully we get a bit of good news on it.
Wellingborough did get their point towards the end, and it's a question I hate to ask because obviously the final touches come off yourself, but can you just give us your perspective of what happened in that situation?
Yeah, the lad's just, look, it's a difficult one. The lad gets a little touch and it hits you and goes in the net. Look, he's more than welcome to have that. That's something that on a whole, you don't really want to put your name to, but look, moments don't define us, you know, so I've had plenty of them in my career. I'll bounce back from them, but like I said, it was a scrappy goal. There was bits before the goal that we can tighten up on, that we don't get into them situations, but like I said, we had opportunities after that. We obviously had the moment with the penalty miss, and look, like I said, I can sit here and blame myself for that, but we look at the positives. Teams around us drop points again, and so it's a point gained. We're still 4 points off the playoffs with a game in hand. So look, we're in a good place, and we need to keep remembering that even when we have disappointing, can we call it that? No, it's a draw to a local poor conditions. So look, it's pleasing all round.
And just on that late penalty, of course, we're all disappointed for Jabal. It was more a great save from the goalkeeper rather than a poor penalty from himself. But it's been such a long time since this club's had a goal scorer as prolific as him. So I'm sure he's built up enough credit in the bank to have a moment like that.
Look, this moment won't define him, and I'll tell him that tonight when I speak to him, because look, the best have missed penalties, and he has to remember that. And like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head, Joe. He's been fantastic since he's come in here. He's been, like I said, back of last year where we didn't really have a recognised number 9 that could do the job. He's come in, he's made that position his own. He's the first name on the team sheet. He's someone that drives this team forward at times, and look, he'll learn from it. It's tough now, but it could be worse. He could put a name to an own goal that stops you getting all 3. So look, I'll take the hit on that one because, like I said, he's an absolutely fantastic person. He's loved in the change room, and look, like I said, this moment won't define him. He'll come in next week, he'll score a goal, and this all gets forgotten. So yeah, look, for him now, it's keeping his head up. We'll make sure we get around him as a group, just keep him going, and beauty of football. We're 17 games in, not even halfway through yet, so plenty more twists and turns.
And there was a real feeling of frustration from both sides at the end there, because Rushden and Wellingborough both had some huge chances to win the game. Obviously, Diamonds had the penalty and obviously took the lead in the first half. Wellingborough perhaps creating more opportunities throughout the game. Do you feel that frustration is shared across both dugouts?
Yeah, 100%. I think, like you said, if you look at it on the whole, it was probably a spectacle. Towards the end, by the weather, it got really exciting. And let's be honest, for us to be going toe-to-toe with someone like that, like I said, they've got a lot of money to spend, a lot of good step-free players in there, and yeah, look, it's pleasing for me because we sit here and we look at our boys and we go, oh, where are we? Are we overworking? Are we over-punching our weight? But we're not. We're a group that work hard, and we can mix it with the big boys. So look, we're excited with this group. We need to keep remembering they're still young, they're still learning a lot about this level, and I said they're learning it quick and on the go as well. This is a tough game for any team. So for us, yeah, look, it's exciting. We go again, and we just look forward to the weekend.
And on the whole, if we look at this fixture in general, there was a lot of build-up to it, a lot of anticipation at the start of the season for this game, and it was a match played in really good spirit and a great advert for Northamptonshire football.
Yeah, exactly. Spot on. A lot of build-up for it, and it's important there that you calm your players down. You don't get overawed by the occasion, and like I said, they were brilliant. Wellingborough did their part as well, and the fans were fantastic. Both sets were singing, especially when it was toe-to-toe at the end. But like I said, a fantastic showing of what Northamptonshire football's all about, and like I said, it was a great game to be part of.
You brought in Callum Ballinger in the week. He signs from Coventry Sphinx. What did you make of him, and what can we expect to see of him going forward? Yeah,
like I said, I think brought him in, and a midfielder that likes to be energetic, work hard, and he did that today. I thought it was fantastic in there with Webby and Calvin. He was picking up them second balls, he was working hard, and that's what we brought him in for. Lacking a bit of match sharpness, so look, it's something that will keep him going. We'll get them minutes into him, and like I said, he's another one that's willing to learn and improve. So that's all we ask. They come in, they listen, they work hard, and hopefully they just grow from there.
It's not the 3 points that you wanted, but it is a point that moves you up to 7th in the table. You go to Worcester City next week, who I believe have lost today, 3rd in the league. They've got a big following of their own ex-conference side. Should be a great occasion down there.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we go in there as the underdogs like we do, and we'll go in there and give it our all. Like, the onus will be on them at home to come and beat up Rushden, and we'll just work hard. Look, we'll work hard for what we do, and we have earned the right in this league to not be scared of anyone, and we will go there and we will work hard and we will give it everything we've got. That's the minimum. And I said, you've got to relish moments like these, games today, games like that, big games. You thrive on them, and let's just see where we go with them.
Calvin, it's a point in the local derby here at Hayden Road. How did you see the game overall?
I think a draw is probably fair. I think we were probably the better team for the first half. And then
carry on, go for it.
Better team in the first half, and then obviously we knew they were going to come at some point, and they did. And we had a penalty obviously to win it, but it kind of felt like we were hanging on a little bit as well, which was kind of a weird ending. But
from a player's perspective, is there more spice about this game with it being such a local derby?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of players in both teams that have played for both sides. Obviously, like a lot of the management know each other as well, and being one of there's not many local derbies in this league, so it did feel a good occasion.
And with that in mind, how did you prepare for this game? What was the game plan coming into this one?
Same as we always do. We trained on Thursday and prepped for what we thought Wellingborough would bring, and just try to do what we're good at as well, really. So not worry about them as much.
And you delved into your catalogue of set pieces. Blue McNeil firing it in from the second phase. I'm sure he'll be claiming it. Did you think there was a touch in the middle?
No, to be honest, I didn't see it. I thought Charlie had scored, but Charlie was closest to it, and he said no one touched it. Just the wind kind of blew it in. So it's Blue's goal.
And going in at half-time, I'm sure that must have given you the confidence to really push on. But with the conditions being the way that they were and the quality in the Wellingborough squad, it was always going to be a difficult second half.
Yeah, we knew they would come. We knew they would bring it. They're a good side. They made some subs that are good players as well. And with the wind on their side, I think we done well to get a point in the end.
And just a real shame for the gaffer. Michael Harriman brings himself on, and within 2 minutes, it's hit him and gone in. And it was a difficult situation, wasn't it? Because the ball was whipped in with pace, and such a difficult one to defend with.
It's a good cross. I don't know if it was his first. I don't know if he headed it onto Neo and it went in, or he just headed it in the top corner himself. I'm not quite sure how it went in, but it was gutting for us.
either way, I guess 2 goals that really sum up the conditions of today's game.
Yeah, it was always going to, the winner was, like, the loser was always going to be the one that made the most mistakes. And I think a draw is probably fair.
Just over 400 here in attendance today, plenty of turnout from Rushden and Wellingborough. What did you make of the atmosphere as a whole?
It's a good atmosphere. I think it was good. Like, both sets of fans behind the goal made it a good atmosphere. I think if the weather was a bit better, there would have been maybe a lot more people watching as well.
And looking ahead to next week, hopefully a big turnout when we travel to Worcester City. They've got a big following of their own, formerly of the conference as well, and it should be a great test up against the side up in the playoffs.
Yeah, it should be, but that's where we want to be. We want to be going away to these teams and winning. We've put ourselves in good position in a lot of these games against big teams, but we just need to see it through.